What is up, my people? JaxB.TheRipper here. So I thought of this new little idea and I'm like, fuck, I gotta do this. Okay, so we all know that there's a lot of metal bands that claim to be satanic or that's their theme, especially the black metal world. And they name their bands after, you know, like a demon or an infernal or whoever, right? Or underworld god, who knows, right? And I thought, why don't I make videos on the infernal they're worshiping, as well as just talk about the band a little bit. And I thought, why don't I start with Leviathan? Leviathan's a very interesting one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to either read or paraphrase, because some of this is a little long, off the dictionary of demons, and we'll then read off a little bit of like what Metal Archives or even Wikipedia says about the band. So let's start off with Leviathan. Everyone knows the band Leviathan, right? Guess what? I haven't heard a damn song. I heard they're great. I just never listened to a damn song. I know many people love them, but I'm definitely going to give them a chance. Don't get me wrong. So what I'm going to do first is look up Leviathan, tell you a little bit who Leviathan is, and a little bit of my experience. I have some experience with the Infernals, not all of them, because there's like 72 or possibly more. I think that's just demons. I don't even think that's like, you know, naming the underworld gods or anything. But yeah, so let's get right into this, shall we? Here's the sigil of Leviathan. Here we go. Okay, so this is a bit not long. So the name literally means twisted. It means twisted or coiled in the Hebrew language. He is mentioned 5 times in the Bible. Oddly, Psalm 104 implies that God made Leviathan to sport with, a description of the massive beast given in chapter 41 of the book of Job. So basically, he's a sea creature, okay? And then later Jewish myths directly identify Leviathan as a sea monster, a terrible being capable of devouring a whale in a day, as the myth says, right? Supposedly they said also that there was 2 Leviathans. There was a female and a male, but the Christian god, or Yahweh, however you want to call him, killed the female because he was afraid that it was going to produce and destroy the world. And like, yeah, so obviously you have to kill off the female, because even without the male, she could produce with somebody else and create something else. Have we not learned from the Greek mythology? And then it is also suggests that supposedly Yahweh or God will slay Leviathan, using the meat to prepare a feast for the righteous, and using its hide to create a tent wherein this feast will be laid out. I know there's also said that Leviathan is pitted against the great beast Behemoth. Guess that's another band we're gonna look into. In the trial of Urbane Grandier, okay, I'm sorry if I'm saying any of this stuff wrong, a pact was produced which was purported to be Grandier's contract with Satan for his immortal soul. See, Satanism is a weird thing, because some people really do claim like Satan is real, but a lot of people say Satan is more of a belief and not real, and there's more than one, just like there's more than one devil. So I don't know. I'm not really I don't know who to believe, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so Grandier was, I guess, some gentleman who like possessed a number of nuns, and eventually was burned alive in 1634. Okay, so basically he made a pact with a few demons, and you know, Leviathan was mentioned in that contract as he supposedly signed for immortality. Okay, now I'm starting to understand it. Okay. He's also mentioned in the 6th and 7th book of Moses, and supposedly Leviathan is like a holdover from early Babylonian influences, and in this fact, a Jewish version of the Babylonian and Sumerian monster Tiamat. Okay, so he might be a version of that then. Just like a lot of people believe that Satan is just basically God and Satanism, and then vice versa, you know, the Christian way. Leviathan is also identified as one of the 4 principal spirits, ranked alongside, how long is this? Oh, we're almost done. Alongside Lucifer, Satan, and Belial. See also Behemoth, Belial, Lucifer, and Satan, basically here in the dictionary of demons. Alright, what did we learn here, class? A clip of their music around here. so Leviathan, I'm reading on their Wikipedia. Black metal solo project that started in 1998 with Jeff Whitehead. Under a pseudonym Rest. All of Leviathan albums, Rest Records, all instruments and performed vocals are his own. Oh, okay. From San Francisco, really? Oh, but then eventually it was like more like organ. I was like, yeah, I could see that as an organ band, like, you know, from like Portland and all that shit. Yeah. Apparently still going. Okay, so it's a solo project. I didn't know that. Obviously they the band or the solo project also uses the sigil. Ooh, okay, the lead singer was arrested and charged with 1 count of aggravated domestic battery and 1 count of criminal sexual assault after allegedly choking his girlfriend unconscious. Okay. And penetrating her with a tattoo machine. So maybe I'm not gonna care about listening to Leviathan. And then his legal issues, Jeff's legal issues influenced his 5th album, True Traitor, True Whore. Okay, come on. Alright, you got some issues. Which was released in 2011. However, 4 years later, Whitehead said that True Traitor sucks. That record is fucking terrible. That's literally his quote. He said it's not about Jane Doe, which I'm guessing is, you know, his girlfriend or whatever, but more so the whore of Babylon, Lilith, and Eve. I was like, oh, okay. At least that's what I hope. But their 6th album was released on Scar-Sided on March 3rd, 2015 through Profound Lore Records. In 2018, Jeff revealed that he was working on the 7th Leviathan record titled Died to This, but the recording of the album was postponed as a result of issues surrounding Jeff Whitehead's record store. Okay, this guy, wow, okay, I was not expecting that. It's like fucking assholes like that is what gives like fucking like metal or black metal like a really bad fucking name, dude. It's like, what the hell? So it's like, I'm pretty sure the music is great because I know a lot of people love Leviathan a lot, but I mean, I'll still give it a listen, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna put that in my metal yearly favorites, but yeah. But I'll definitely give it a listen and try to, you know, like put that aside. But, you know, thankfully there's Spotify where I could just, you know, support the music for free. I mean, it's really not free. I'm paying fucking like $10 a month just for no ads, you know. Also, King Diamond, our Lord and Savior in the metal community, does have Lord Leviathan sigil in his artwork. Now, he is a Satanist, and you got to remember, Satanists do worship more than one infernal. And if you hear a helicopter, I am so sorry. They are around my block. I don't know who they're looking for. It is not me, obviously. But anyways, King Diamond has been very vocal, how he hates a lot of these basically posers is what he's calling a lot of like these black metal or death metal bands, and how they do the whole Satan and Lucifer act and not knowing who they are or what Satanism really represent. He's been very vocal about it. You could read articles about it. But anyways, I'm guessing he's a devotee to Leviathan, or else why else would he have the sigil on there? Unless there's some meaning behind it that I don't know. And okay, yeah, I can't do it with this helicopter over the fucking thing. Also, the chant for Leviathan, the demon, I mean, is Jaden Tasa Hoet Naka Leviathan. So, anyway, so my personal experience is working with Leviathan. I'm not like a devotee to Leviathan or anything. However, I do use them in spells regarding my oldest brother. Now, my oldest brother, he doesn't really, I mean, you know, we were all baptized Catholic or whatever, right? But he doesn't like, he's not like cold-heartedly Catholic. He's not an asshole religious freak like the one that lives with us, okay? However, I have done spells for him. However, I have done spells for my brother, and that has helped him move up in a profession. And I worked with King Hades for that, right? But however, King Hades left me a symbol with the herbs and everything I had used for it, right? And it made like a serpent, basically a serpent, right? But I was getting a very oceanic feel to it. And then the times I've done, you know, tarot reading for him and stuff, I kept getting this ocean serpent kind of demonic underworld kind of thing. And when I put everything together, it was Leviathan. And I remember when when my brother and we started talking again, you know, I had told him, yeah, a lot of people don't know it, but they're born with more than one god. They're born with more than one infernal or whatever that, you know, that is committed to them. I guess is the word. I'm not really quite sure. He's like, I wonder who's mine. I was like, well, you kind of have to start your own spiritual journey for that, right? And sure as hell, it came to me, and it was Leviathan. So every time when I do a spell for my oldest brother, it's like Leviathan wants to be part of it, and that's the only reason why I know anything of Leviathan or do any workings with him or give him any offerings, because my brother doesn't want to do the shit that I do. He doesn't want to, which is fine. It's not meant for everybody. So that's my experience with Leviathan. Also, yes, I know I am getting unready. I don't check about. No, I'm kidding. Also, I am letting you know, if you are going to be perceiving any of these demons, or it could even be a fucking Greek deity, I don't care. You go in with caution. You make sure you do all your research, more research than what I am giving you. You understand? Don't be going in bullshit like, I want this person back. Now, fuck that shit, okay? Especially because some of these demons don't like to control people, believe it or not. Belial is one of them. So, if you were ever to go up to Belial for like, I want to control this person, prepare for the punishment. Also, if you choose to work with Lord Leviathan, he does like a lot of offerings near the ocean, and likes a lot of the workings being done at the ocean if possible, or at least near water. If you do not have any kind of like ocean nearby, you could always just put a bowl of salt water near an altar for him. I've heard people have done that. He also represents Earth, or she. So you could also, if you work in the desert, that is great. You could probably do a lot of like, you know, sand and desert-y kind of stuff with that counterpart. Supposedly that's more of the female counterpart. I'm not sure. I may be wrong. I am free for anyone to correct me on that. I see him masculine. A lot of people, even though it has said the female part is killed, a lot of people do say that Leviathan is androgynous, that there is no gender anymore. However, if something is androgynous and it decides to come to you in a certain gender, there's a meaning behind it. For some reason, it's just the masculine energy I feel from Leviathan. He is known to be like a demon of chaos as well, which explains my brother. Explains. If my cousin is watching this, Freddie, I think he knew how he was. I was like, which explains why he was chaotic. But yeah, but it is a powerful demon to have on your side, which probably explains why he is so damn protected, this guy. There's some people that have strong protection around them, but yeah, that's just a little bit about Leviathan. Unfortunately, we found out some shit about the band I was not expecting, but it's also good to learn about these bands, you know. Rather, hey, are you going to support them? Did you know about this? Did you want to continue supporting them? Or I'm pretty sure they're not going to be all shitty. Like, I think this is just the first one we touched on. I'm pretty sure they're not all going to be shitty is what I'm trying to say. But, you know, it's to put enlightenment on the band, the demon. Maybe you've been hearing the demon or whatever, and try to avoid the people that try to like fearmonger the whole thing. You know, this is just an educational video on the band and on the demon and my experience. So, okay, even though I say don't believe in the whole fear-mongering, yes, that is true, but at the end of the day, demonology, the gods, angels, this is not basic beginning work. But if for some reason you hear one of them, the names over and over again, first of all, make sure it's not somebody sending an attack to you. And second, do a lot of research. Do a lot of research, because at the end of the day, especially with the infernal, you must pay high respect to them. You have to talk to them like if they're your boss, if you respect your boss. As I know some people have a weird relationship with their boss, but it's like you really have to show them respect. If you go up to them like, what's up? Oh, I've been almost punished because the way I approach Azazel, how I talk. Yes, I know my room in the back looks basic as fuck. We just redid it. It's like 95% done. I don't want to show you guys anything until it is 100% done. I still need to get one more shelf to put some stuff and hang up 2 more posters, and then I'll be done. Anyways, thanks you guys so much for watching. I really felt like I outgrew my old outro. Do you guys, should I continue saying it, or should I just say something. I know, I never would have thought and I'm a perv, you know? Anyways, I'll say it for right now. Y'all take care of your vaginas and have a bonerific day. I do like telling people to have a bonerific day, though. And I do want people to take care of their vaginas. That is important. Well, females, I should say. Okay, anyways, bye.